My pueblo, Tisuki, we've been here since time immemorial. The pueblo of Tisuki utilized these lands as their pharmacy and grocery stores, utilized the water. My family and I, they bring us up the road. My grandmother would pick plants, and us little guys, they teach us how to fish in the streams.
I was lucky to grow up in northern New Mexico. I was actually born in Santa Fe, so the mountains and the forests of this area really helped shape me.
I mountain bike up here, I hike up here a lot. I bring my kids up here camping.
When lightning came through and started the Medio Fire, my feelings right up front were, here we go again. My name is Mark Mitchell. I am from the Pueblo of Tisuki, and for the year 2021, I am the governor for the Pueblo. The tribal government has an environment department. They are all Wildland fire, red carded, certified. The area where it started, you had to hike. It's about an hour, and they couldn't find it right up front, so they asked for assistance.
The Medio Fire started down in the Rio and Medio drainage. Northwest winds were pushing the fire up canyons. I'm Rian Ream, prescribed fire fuels technician for the east side of the Santa Fe National Forest. It did a pretty significant crown run up until it hit our fuel break there, and then a transition in topography, and then a transition in fuels from our thinning. It went to the ground and became a ground fire. However, the spot that occurred down in here became active and ran back up the hill towards the fuel break. So now we had fire in Pacheco Canyon, and we're like, what do we do? Fortunately, we had a ready-made containment line right here on the Pacheco Rx from 2019. The crews were able to start on August 22nd and start burning. They brought the fire all the way down the edge of the prescribed burn Rx, and then the Medio within Pacheco Canyon was completely contained. A lot of people think that our fuel breaks and our prescribed burns and fuels treatments stop the fire dead in its tracks when it reaches it. That's not really the case. These fuels treatments provide ready-made containment lines for fire managers and fire crews from which to burn off of. By having this control feature, the Pacheco Rx and our fuel break in here, we made it safer for firefighters to do a burnout operation in this narrow canyon here with the Medio Fire in the canyon as well.
My name is Bill Armstrong. I was on the Santa Fe National Forest for over 30 years. I was a forester and fuel specialist. The area behind me here was the scene of the Medio Fire. And this fire was what we would call a managed fire. What the agency is trying to do is to allow a fire to burn when it's exhibiting desirable effects. Prior to the new policy on these managed fires, it was suppression. We would put them out. And the agency was very good at putting them out for almost 100 years. And over the course of that 100 years, we created a problem that we're dealing with today. This managed fire was made possible to a large extent because of the previous treatments that were done here. There are small trees that have been killed. The trunks of the remaining trees have been charred black. And by allowing this fire to burn through here, what we've done is set the stage for future fires to burn, whether they be prescribed fires or whether they be wildfires, to burn at much reduced intensities and, more important, much reduced severe effects.
Hi, I'm Ann Bradley, and I work for the Nature Conservancy in New Mexico. And this year I'm the co-chair of the Santa Fe Fireshed Coalition. The Greater Santa Fe Fireshed Coalition is a collaborative group made up of federal, state, local agencies, tribal communities, and nonprofits like the Nature Conservancy, and ordinary citizens that just have a love for and care about the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, which form the background of Santa Fe. The value of us all working together is we can share resources. Each agency works on its own landscape, but we can coordinate work across those boundaries, and we can give the same important message to the public. Now, the title Fireshed is kind of a funny one, but the fires that we have, especially these large ones, they don't abide by watershed boundaries. They're going to go with the wind and as far as the fuels go, and they may cover multiple watersheds.
The city of Santa Fe and the region grew up around the Santa Fe River. We have 2 reservoirs in the upper watershed, and they have provided us traditionally about 1/3 of our water supply. My name is Alan Hook. I am the program manager for the Santa Fe Municipal Watershed Program for City of Santa Fe Water. Part of the program is really for us as a water utility to protect our watershed. Basically, our constituents pay into the program and they have matching money with the Forest Service. So the City of Santa Fe also signed on to the larger collaborative, which is the Greater Santa Fe Fireshed Coalition, that have all come together and realized it's not just maybe about the Santa Fe Municipal Watershed and the City of Santa Fe, it's all the communities around the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. And so we're all sharing resources, potentially funding, personnel, to protect this larger fireshed area.
There's sometimes we can't see eye to eye on certain issues, but the biggest issue I think we all face is funding. Funding is critical so we can get things done. Funding is critical so we can get the boots on the ground, staff and personnel paid.
The overall goal of these fuels reduction projects is to reintroduce the process of fire back into the ecosystem. We're not returning this ecosystem back to where it was pre-fire suppression. Our thinning treatments are to reduce the fuel loading and the tree density enough that we can get fire in there so we have a more resilient forest that can resist these high intensity fires.
I'm standing here in an area that has been mechanically thinned. This has seen prescribed fire that has been allowed to burn through this area. If you look behind me here and around me, you'll see how the trees are widely spaced. You know, this is a good example of what can be done.
I have a 2-year-old grandson who's always energetic about, Grandpa this, what about this, what about that? So I'm trying to teach him the name places so that he understands the significance and the importance of the landscape in a 360 degrees for him, so that at least he understands what's happening going forward in his lifetime.
This canyon's really important to me, and I feel like these fuels projects, it puts us on the offensive. We're always on the defensive. We're always trying to put these fires out. We're here, we're reintroducing fire, we're introducing the process back into the forest. We're on the offensive. We're doing something positive.
Our future really is around our watersheds, and having forest resiliency really provides us those ecosystem services like drinking water. Our watersheds are key to our future. It's the key to the city of Santa Fe. It's the key to our community.
So given the size of the problem and the amount of work that has to be done, it really is everybody needs to contribute. And we really have not got a lot of time.
The choice that society needs to make is how do you want to see it burn? And if the American public wants large contiguous blocks of national forest, of natural forested land, for all of the benefits that are derived from it, they have got to accept fire.
We need to leave it for our unborn so that they have the same amenities we do, that we are all enjoying right now. And if we don't leave that for them, then shame on us as leaders, shame on us as the human race. We need to make sure that this happens today. You know, if you love life, we'll do our part.